Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of the Pokemon FireRed Hardcore Randomizer Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we got our starter Pokemon, which was Phil the Lotad, made our way to Viridian City and caught a couple of encounters. Here is my team. If you guys are wondering, I did do some leveling up off screen. Full transparency, I did add some rare candies to my save file because I don't want to spend time grinding in the wild. So I got the entire team up to level 7. Another rule that I forgot to mention in the first episode is that we may not exceed the upcoming gym leader's Pokemon in terms of levels. So Brock's Pokemon are level 14, or at least his highest level is level 14, so our Pokemon must stay below level 14 until we enter the gym. Once we enter the gym, you know, fair game to level up, learn whatever moves, evolve, whatever we want to do. But for now, we're staying below level 14. So I got everyone up to level 7. I think that's pretty solid. We are going to take a look at the team. I also switched to a keyboard from controller because the controller was giving me some issues in the previous episode. I'm also recording this episode directly after the next one. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Directly after the previous one. So in case you guys left any comments, sorry I can't respond to them. I will absolutely respond to them as soon as I can. But yes, we have Phil the Lotad, Sam the Totodile, and Blue the Wynot. So yeah, let's just get right into it. We are going to head on up to Viridian Forest. I am not sure what awaits me in the forest in terms of trainers, so we're going to see how long it takes me to get there, and maybe we'll end off when we get to Pewter City. So we're talking to this old man. I believe he was laying on the ground, but now he has his coffee, so he is up and at him. And he is going to tell me about catching Pokemon. And he's going to show me how to catch a Pokemon, which, if I guess he doesn't know that I am already a Pokemon master. So I am going to humor him and watch his catching tutorial. He's going to go to the bag, okay? Not use the potions that'll heal his Pokemon. He doesn't actually have a Pokemon. Not use a key item. He's going to go to the Pokeball pocket. And this man is very confident because he only has one Pokeball to catch this Weedle. Let's see if he does. It would be very funny if he did not catch the Weedle. But I have a strong feeling. Look at that. Talented old man catches the Weedle first try. I guess I have a lot to learn from him because all of my Pokemon did not catch first try. In fact, it took quite a few tries for both Blue and Sam. So he's going to be the Teachy TV, which I will proceed to probably never look at, but I appreciate the sentiment behind it. With that being said, we're going to continue up. I just remembered we don't get our running shoes until after we fight Brock, or at the very least in Pewter City. So we're going to have to be walking for today's episode. I don't want to speed up because I feel like that, you know, reduces the quality of the playthrough. If you guys want me to speed up through some menial battles, let me know down in the comments below. But for now, we are going to get our Route 2 encounter. I am a tiny bit scared because this could be anything. So far, we found a bunch of little blue guys, but that may not always be the case. We could run into a Mewtwo on this route. So let's just start walking. We have quite a few Pokeballs left over from catching Blue. And our first encounter is going to be a Pichu. Sticking with the tiny guys, huh? At least this guy's not blue, he is yellow. So now we have Phil at level 7. He learned Absorb off screen, which is kind of hype. I'm a little bit afraid to damage this Pichu. You can see my 489 rare candies right there. I didn't add anything else, don't worry, I would never cheat. We're just gonna check a Pokeball and see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Looks like the Pichu really wanted to join us. I guess I learned plenty from the old man's tutorial because I was now able to catch the Pokemon on my first try. So we have a Pichu. Gotta give him a name. He is a little Pichu. I don't know. I want to give him something that's like, you know, electric light. You know what? We are going to name this little Pichu. We're going to name him Socket, because that sounds like an electric type Pokemon's nickname. Socket the Pichu. Put him on the layout right onto the team. Let us take a quick look at our new best friend, Socket. He has Calm Nature, which is pretty good. That raises special defense and loses attack. He has Thunder Shock and Charm. So honestly, not too bad for a starting moveset. I will take that to the bank and back. Regardless, we are going to... I guess I could level up with rare candies really quick. But we're going to see what we get in the Viridian Forest first. If you didn't know, Pichu is a friendship evolution, so it will take a while before he becomes a Pikachu. I guess I could maybe off-screen increase his friendship because, you know, all I need to do to increase friendship is walk back and forth a lot, tedious, but it is the optimal strategy. So we may just evolve him to a Pikachu off screen. However, before we do that, before we even get off screen, we are going to get our first encounter in the Viridian Forest. Let's see if we stick to our theme of little guys. Oh, we get a Cacturne. Cacturne is one of my favorite Pokemon. Not like, you know, not the top. My favorite Pokemon, for those of you who don't know, is Hydrapple. It used to be Lucario, but Hydrapple, I love, love, love Applin, and Hydrapple, I think, is the best evolution of Applin by far. So, common question of the day today is let me know what your favorite Pokemon is. I look forward to reading those. For now, we have to try to catch this Cacturne. Now, he is resistant to both of our attacks. I am going to... Oh, he has Poison Sting, which is very bad for Phil. If Phil gets poisoned, I will be very sad. And he is taking absolutely no damage. I maybe should have bought healing items. Hindsight is indeed 2020. I honestly don't know if we are going to catch this Cacturne. To be real with you guys, I'm going to go into blue, because I think, unfortunately, blue is the most expendable member of our team, but also blue can take the hits the best, assuming this thing does not have a dark-type move. And I think the best course of action is going to be to throw Pokeballs at this thing. You know what? He has growth, he's setting up on me, he's lowering my defense. I almost think this Cacturne is not worth it. We're going to throw maybe one more Pokeball, and I would rather preserve the team that I have rather than lose them. Oh, one? Okay, yeah. This is a fully evolved Pokemon. How much does this do? 4 damage? I think I'm going to try to run away, and I can't escape. That is a very scary thing. He's going to continue setting up with me. Is this going to be the end of our first run already? It can't escape. Oh, no. Oh, boy. What does he do? He goes for Leer again. He is just making sure that he can go for that kill shot. We gotta escape now, right? Nope, blue is a slow little beam. Okay, you get leered. Gonna run. Okay, we got away safely. Honestly, you guys, I would love to use a Cacturne in this Nuzlocke. But like I said, I would rather preserve the Pokemon that I do have rather than lose my entire team trying to catch one and inevitably failing and being very, very sad. I'm gonna go heal. I don't believe I have any money left, unfortunately, so we cannot buy any antidotes. Probably should have thought a little bit ahead. You know, Viridian Forest is notorious for poisoning your Pokemon. But it's randomized, so I thought, you know what, we're not going to run into a Weedle, and so we ran into a big Cactus Man. And our team is a little bit puny, I can't lie. We got a little baby squad here. So hopefully none of the trainers have anything too scary, because if they do, I may be a little bit screwed. Before we head up, we are going to go and pick up the item over here. I also failed to mention that items are randomized. So we're going to grab this and see what it is. It is a Figgy Berry. Now, I believe that is not very good in Gen 3, but we'll take a look at what it does just real quick. Figgy Berry, yes, it does restore HP but make me confused. I think I will try to refrain from using that. Honestly, I think our best bet is leading with Phil. I'm not gonna lie. I may have to avoid some trainers in the forest to make sure that I can survive and make it to the first gym. We may come back and fight them a little bit later, but I don't think our team is really up to snuff right now to deal with any scary threats. Anything scarier than maybe a Rattata or a Pidgey. But we're going to see. We're going to see what these guys have and hope that our team can push through. Alrighty, we are back in the Viridian Forest after our sad failed Cacturne encounter. And I am going to be very cautious and just make my way up the forest. Okay, so this guy, I have a feeling that I can avoid him. Like I said, we're gonna come back and maybe fight these trainers when I'm a bit more prepared. And our second encounter is a Mew. Now I don't know if that would have been easier to catch than a Cacturne, but I sure think that it wouldn't kill me as fast, so I would have definitely given it my best shot. But for the time being, I will absolutely defeat this Mew and get some delicious experience on Phil. Look at that. See, Phil is so great that he can beat a legendary Pokemon Mew. And I just realized that I'm probably going to have to heal after I fight this Mew. So maybe fighting it was not the best idea anyway. I think I'm going to make a quick cut and run back to the Pokemon Center to heal up Phil so you guys don't have to watch me running back and forth. So I will see you guys in just a moment. Alright guys, we are back, and I have just made it through the grass and past this first scary trainer. And look at that, just like that, we can also avoid trainer number 2. I know it's a bit anticlimactic to be skipping trainers, and we picked up a Wattmel berry, just what I have always wanted. Please and thank you. Don't know why I said please, because I already got the present, but the next encounter is a Bayleaf. Lots of grass types in this forest, which are pretty thematic. I don't quite feel like fighting the Bayleaf though, so we are going to get up out of there with Phil. Alright, making our way. Hopefully not running into any... Oh, we'd run into a Pokemon. Hopefully not too many trainers after this. It is a Horsey. Horsey, I think Phil can handle without taking too much damage, especially with Absorb. Any damage we take, he will just heal right on back. Attaboy Phil. Drain him of his energy. Gonna hit me with a bubble. That is going to do approximately 2 damage at most, maybe even 1. Look at that, 1 damage. Phil is an absolute tank, and he's going to heal that all right back with the Absorb. Thank you very much, Phil, for being the backbone of this team. We wouldn't be here without you, buddy. And gaining some very nice experience, almost level 8. Don't know if that guy up there is a trainer. Regardless, we are going to not pay him any mind, and we are making our way through the forest. Gonna pick up this item over here. It is another berry. Add that to the berry pouch, and we'll take a look at this sign real quick. Trainer tips: you can't catch a Pokemon that belongs to someone else. Oh, I wish that I could. All right, we are approaching the last trainer of Viridian Forest. I am going to, let's think. We have not too much before our gym battle with Brock. So I'm assuming that our Pokemon won't gain too many levels. That being said, I'm going to make a quick cut and level up the team to about level 10, just so we're not, you know, in a terrible position for this bug catcher. I will be right back. Alright guys, we are back, and here is the newly leveled up team. Socket has joined the rest of our party at level 10, and in the process he has learned a couple new moves, being Tail Whip and Thunder Wave. I believe the rest of our team has stayed the same, but now we're level 10, so I'm a little bit less stressed out about going into this fight. And of course, ruining the moment, Magnemite with his single eye. Little chubby Magnemite. We do not want to deal with you right now. Magnemite, we're in the middle of walking to our first trainer in Viridian Forest. Alright, so he spots us from quite a distance. He has that 20/20 vision. And let us see what this bug catcher, or not a bug catcher, I'm sorry, Swimmer Joe has for us. He has a Registeel. Wow, what a phenomenal first battle. Now this thing is almost assuredly going to explode right in my face. I'm going to go into blue, because again, blue, he has hail. This Nuzlocke is going to be a lot more entertaining than I expected, because I didn't know that giving these Pokemon better movesets would give them completely random moves. So hail, Registeel, we can maybe use that to our advantage. He's going to go for bubble. Oh my goodness, guys. I did not know that the Pokemon would have such random movesets. We're going to encore the Registeel into the bubble, and we are going to switch back into our boy Phil to take these bubbles. As we saw from the Horsey before, bubble does not do anything to Phil. So back into Phil, but then again, I don't know if Phil can do much to the Registeel. Oh boy, we have gotten ourselves into quite a pickle. I may go in off screen and fix this, unless you guys are enjoying the completely random moves from the opponent. But I'd like the first LP on this channel to be a little bit more predictable and less crazy. But you never know, maybe this will make for entertaining content. We're gonna see how the first couple of fights go. Of course, we see a Registeel in our first trainer battle. And he is taking -2 damage per hit. This is going to be quite the grind from the hailing, bubbling Registeel. Alright, so Phil takes another bubble, only doing 1 damage, as expected. And it seems like our Astonish is also doing 1 damage. And his Encore has ended. I am going to trust... Look at that. The Registeel seems to have nothing else for Phil. And he's just going to keep bubbling. So it looks like, you know, Phil is getting slower, but he's already slower than Registeel to begin with. Doesn't really matter. I'm a bit worried about the experience gain off of this Registeel. He's going for Hail again, trying to get that chip damage, but Phil is not going to be taking anything. At this rate, you know, it's a little bit of a marathon, but Phil is outpacing the Registeel quite nicely, and seems like we are set up to get the kill very shortly. Registeel only making his fate come all that sooner with the Hail. Look at that. Only 1 damage from the bubble yet again. Alright, clicking. Just clicking away. See, this is a battle that I may speed up for, but you know what? We're gonna let it ride, let it go at normal speed. Not distort the audio, not make this anticlimactic and boring. We're gonna take our time and enjoy Phil's slow astonishment of the Registeel. Look at that, we're almost there. He's in the red, has nothing for us. And yes, it seems like this. Oh! Bringing out the Metal Claw on the last turn. That would have been very bad if he was doing that against us. This whole battle. Oh my goodness. I am very happy that he thought he was still encored for about 10 more turns than he actually was. Phil taking down the Registeel like an absolute champion. Raising himself to level 11. Blue getting some experience as well. And just like that, we have taken down our first crazy trainer of the playthrough. Alright, and we made it through Viridian Forest with, you know, a little bit of a scare, but ultimately no tragedies took place. We're going to make our way right into Pewter City. This will probably be the last episode that I record for tonight, so I'll give it some thought about whether or not I want to fix the movesets of the opponent's Pokemon in between episodes. Maybe a little bit difficult to, you know, prepare for what's coming if the Pokemon are firing off random moves, but hey, that may make for an entertaining series. So, you know what? I'm going to give it some thought. It has been about 20 minutes for me, probably a little less for you considering I made a couple cuts, but we are going to end it off there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying and did enjoy the episode of going through Viridian Forest. Not too much happened. We got Socket on the team, took out a bubbling Registeel, and made it safely to Pewter City. So in the next episode, I will likely take on Brock, level the team to level 14, which should give us at least 1 evolution. Should see a Pikachu as well, but we will save that for the next time. So thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. Again, like goal is 10 likes. This series is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If we can hit 10 likes on any of the videos across the week, I will give you a bonus Saturday upload. It's a little challenge for you guys. But other than that, thank you all again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.